Okay, so when you get to the step of straightening the horizon and dodging and burning, you would finish all of your retouching first. I'm not going to do that because this is an example. And one thing to check, make sure that you are using your retouching tools on the retouching layer. And if you need to use the patch tool in CS6, you'll have to go to the background copy. There are some tricky things like this line in here and this line over here. What I find works good for this line is content-aware fill. So on background copy, let's make a selection using the marquee tool. Go to Edit, Fill, use content-aware. You have a couple different options, but what content-aware will do is kind of suck up the information around it and usually give you a better result. Sometimes you have to do it several times. Okay. That is actually not really working that well. This tool is very hit or miss. So edit, fill. Maybe I need a bigger chunk. Edit, fill. Wow. That, I'm going to say, is not better. So there might be other options, such as using the patch tool. The content-aware fill can do a pretty amazing job, but it's not for every job. So in this case, I'm doing the patch tool just to get rid of the big stuff. You'll notice that the retouching tool and things that are retouched on top of it, because of layer hierarchy, these are still showing through. Whatever is on top will show all the way through. So if accidentally my background copy gets up at the top, you won't be able to see any of your retouching. So make sure that the layers are in a specific order. And if they're not, you can grab them and just move them around really quickly. So I think retouching would probably work. Now, I'm going to make a stamp visible layer, and this can be a little confusing. But what I want is the information of all three of these layers on one new layer without flattening. If you go to Layer, you have an option for merging visible. But look what that does. That gets rid of my layers. And if I turn this into graded, I can't see your work. So you don't want to do that. The shortcut is Shift, Command, Option, E. And that is a stamp visible layer. So let's write that down.
Option
Shift, Command, Option, E. And what that does is gives us the information all on one layer without collapsing our other layers. So we still have our retouching, our black and white, our background copy, and our background, and now we have layer 1 that is a stamp visible. What this will allow us to do is get ready to select this horizon. And in selecting the horizon from the stamp visible layer, we are including the retouching information on background copy, and the black and white adjustment layer. So the shortcut, Shift Command Option E. If you accidentally merge visible, just undo that in the history panel and go back to Shift Command Option E so that your layer panel should look like this. Questions? All right, let's straighten that horizon.